Okay, what we're going to do is I feel like I have to start with proving to you that I mean what I say by heading to a report at the end of this notebook, okay? There is a research project, and we're going to start with research. We're going to start with research, and I can't take credit for the research. My friends Rory and AJ Vaden, who are incredibly smart and have a company called Brand Builders Group, they spent over 6 figures doing some research on personal brands, okay? And they did a report, and I put it in here. And again, I can't take the credit for the report because they put the time, energy, and money towards it, but I'm giving full credit to them. Okay, I want to point out some pretty staggering statistics in here, because you guys, if you go back here and read it, you're going to be like, oh my goodness. Okay, so let's read a couple of these numbers. 67%, everybody say 67, of Americans would be willing, 6, 7. Okay. Oh God, how did I not say it like that? How did I not say it like that? 67% of all Americans, oh, Cassie, thank you. If you want me to take it back, I can. Okay, would be willing to spend more money on products and services from companies of founders whose personal brand aligns with their personal values. You might think that you are separate from your business. But what I'm going to tell you is we live, there's not a page number. It's just I'm pulling out different stats. This one's right above Elon Musk. If you see Elon, good old Elon, it's right above. What I'm going to tell you, though, is this, guys. We are living in the day and age where you don't know this, but all your customers kind of go deep dive on the things online. They go deep dive on it. They're like, oh, well, who's the owner? What do they support? What's their foundation? What do they go down the whole rabbit trail. They chat GPT. They go to account to account to account. They want to know who's doing what. And so they want to know who you are. And I don't think you think that. I think you're like, oh, they just want to know something new, like my boutique. Oh, that's a cool shop. No, they want to know who works there. What do we stand by? Who are the actual owners? And as we've become more public, me and Jordan, about on being online, people feel like they're connected to us. People walk in and they're like, oh my gosh, hey, like I love blah, blah, blah. And they like feel like they know me. Even though I'm not there all the time, they feel like they really know me. And there's so much research in here that says that basically this generation of people will only want to shop from people that they know, like, and trust. They won't date someone that doesn't have a personal presence online because they feel like, oh, that person's probably not real. If they don't have an Instagram, I need to go like scope them out. They won't go see a doctor or a professional without scoping them out as a person. They won't go to a business without finding out what that business stands for and everything else. And so what's going to happen today, as I read a few more of these, I'm trying to convince you that your personal brand actually matters. Okay, let's read another one. I'm trying to find this one that shows you the different, oh, here it is. Okay. So it's super tiny, but this 63% here and on the left, do you guys see the 63% in the top right-hand corner? I'm pointing this one out. It says 63% of Americans are more likely to buy from you if you have an established personal brand. And then this is a list of whether they would buy from you. Look at that, 63. Recommend you, 57. Do business with you, 55. Seek advice from them, 51. Work for them, 50%. So people that want to look at your company to work for, they're like, well, who's the person I would work for? Who's the boss, actually? They want to look you up. Let's see, promote them, like online, talk about you, vote for them, hire them, be friends with them, seek a relationship with them, date them. Okay? These are like, you got to go through this study today, because when you start to read these things, you're going to be like, oh, like I actually do need. And what Rory and AJ teach is really that your brand is just your reputation. So when we go back into the notes here, I think I talk about it first, so maybe I should not go out of order. Actually, I'm going to just say it. Okay. They really teach, and this is the easiest way to understand it, that your personal brand is just your reputation. It is not like, oh, I'm an influencer, this or that. We live in an era where it used to be Main Street, USA. My grandpa is from Grants Pass, Oregon. He's no longer living, but on the main street, he would shake people's hands. He was a person of his word. People knew Bob Wallace was a good man, okay? But there was no social media. He had a good reputation in his town. If your washer broke at 2 a.m, he'd be there to fix it. He was just a good person, and that was his reputation. But that was a very small scope. Guess what? Nowadays, do we go down Main Street and shake hands? We don't. We live in a digital space. So unfortunately, we don't have the luxury always to meet everybody in our town, or to meet everybody that we serve, or to know the moms of the daughters that we serve, because we don't run into them as much if we have our groceries delivered. We don't run into them as much if we order everything on Amazon instead of going to the corner store. So our world has flipped, and you and I are kind of in the middle of like what was and what is. And what was we shook hands on it. We were a person of our word, and we had a good reputation. What is that high-fiving across the internet on social media and showing up consistently to be the person of our reputation that we say we are. And so what's crazy is we live in this chasm where if we're pushing back on that, we have resisted people understanding what our reputation really is. So all we're trying to do is show up online as the reputation and the person that we say we are. That's all it is. I'm not trying to sell, here's my influencer code if you use Warby glasses. I'm not trying to do that. What I'm trying to do, though, on my personal stories and my personal page is be real, be authentic, show them this is really who I am. And then as people know, like, and trust me, in real life, I match what you see online, hopefully. That should be consistent. I don't like when it's not. Because has anybody ever met someone and you're like, oh, that was a disappointment from what I saw online? Like, you see what they are online, and then you meet them and you're like, oh, that was like, I actually want to be the reverse. I want you to see what I am online and be like, wow, she's even better in person. Like, she's more special. She made me feel more special than what she did online. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just a reinforcement of what I put online. But just think of your personal brand as being able to communicate with the world what your reputation is, because you can't do it every day like we used to. So this session might be a little bit of a in the pants for people that are like resisting the online space. I would say if you want to live in your own little bubble and resist it, you totally can. If you want to be an entrepreneur and grow your business, you can't. If you want someone else to be the fake version of you, like your manager can represent, that's totally fine. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you are the owner, and they want to like you. They want to know you, and they want to trust you. And so you can't really outsource that. And so at some level, I'm going to encourage you to engage with the online space. And today, when you walk away, you're going to have an idea, for me, this is the right level. And that's okay. Again, remember, we're all so different and unique. So what's right for Elodia isn't what's right for me. But at some level, I am going to encourage you to engage with the online space to represent yourself online somewhere as a personal brand. In your town, I want you to be like the place to go, or your 90-mile radius, the place to go for a bridal gown. But how do you do that? They have to know you.